Chat, I've talked about this anime before. The Unaware Atelier Meister. Some people call it Master. Pick your poison, all right? New episode came out. Very nice, actually. I will have to call this anime a palate cleanser, right? If you need something to, because you can get overwhelmed with the same kind of genre or same kind of, aura farming and all that kind of crazy stuff. You want something a little bit more funny that will kind of, you know, get you prepared for some other deep adventure that you're gonna be binge watching. You could probably go for something like this. And I realized that it was a great palate cleanser when I was like just thinking about it. I'm like, why am I? And I said to myself, I said, self, why am I? I said to myself, I said, self, why am I watching this? Like, it's not as deep as Black Butler. It's not as deep as Solo Leveling. It's not as deep as Frieren. So why am I watching this? It's a palate cleanser. Yes, it is. This episode is brought to you by Five Nights at Freddy's. Get your pizza today. Maybe a little bit of death on the side. Anyway, I think what ruined this episode or this particular character for me, chat, is Naruto. Not even Naruto himself, but Sasuke, right? He did. Yes, he did. Because when you see characters like this, you immediately think of Sasuke or Vegeta, because those two are like aura farming to the max. So when I see like this kind of character smile in any way, I'm like, that's weird. I mean, I think I've seen Sasuke smile, but for the most part, he doesn't. He's like doom and gloom. He's always aura farming, right? So when I see a character like this smile, like, or show any form of weakness, even in like a lighthearted scene, I'm like, okay, and I gotta step back, look at myself. I'm like, okay, self, this right here is a palate cleanser. It's not like the other anime. It's not. This episode doesn't have too much action, really. And in fact, I don't think it has any at all. Also, I just want to point out something. How you gonna have Sasuke and Naruto in this anime right here, and no Zoro in the background, like right over there? Anyway, this episode is really centered around them finding a new home, really, chat. A new home, and getting to know, like, and also you have the main character who is being, not the main character, but you got this character right here who's like, I feel like we're being brought on this adventure here, this adventure because they're trying to keep us silent. They, as in this girl, that girl, that girl. Yeah. Also, remember a few episodes ago when I talked about this anime the first time, and I said he probably built this entire thing, and I said that before I watched it, I think, or at least when I watched the first or second episode. Yeah, I was right. When I when I watched this episode, I was like, I was right. I was right. He did make that entire mansion. He made it in 3 days. I could make a house in 3 days, chat. I could make it in one, actually. Maybe if give me an hour in Minecraft, I could make that house. That's not that impressive. I even put a nuclear reactor underground too, just out of spite. So the premise of this anime really is that you have the main character who's OP at just doing labor stuff. He's just great at doing everything aside from combat. Who else is great at just doing stuff? Oh, Sebastian. Sebastian is pretty great at doing stuff. Sebastian from Black Butler. If you're wondering why I'm talking about Sebastian a lot, or Black Butler a lot, because we just got done talking about that before I made this recording. And what makes him an odd one is that he's not that odd compared to like all these girls, all of them, every last one of them. I don't know about her. I think she's the only one who's a little bit more mature. But all of these people are freaks, except for the guys. Except for these two guys, this guy who is the main character, and her. Though they're not freaks, they are, which is very weird. They're a bunch of freaks. Chat. We'll get to that in a second. But he's amazing. But he puts himself down so much to the point where after he built this house, he was going to sleep in a closet somewhere. They was like, "What? Why? Like, you're not a slave. Like, pick a room." And they took 2 hours to convince him. They hand waved it, of course. You didn't have to, sit there and watch it. But they took 2 hours to convince him to, hey, you can have this room that you built in 3 days. I'm telling you, chat, there's gonna be more anime out there where the main character, he doesn't think he's great, but he knows he's great. I mean, he doesn't think he's great, but everyone knows he's great. Yeah, he turned this entire spot into a mansion, garden and everything. Even planted a tree. He even put a tree down that already had like fruit on it. Makes me think of Rimworld now. Dang. And you have, this one. Like they tried to tell her because they actually got together to try to talk like, hey, we should probably keep it a secret from the main character. Keep a secret that he's like very skilled at certain things. And on top of that, even if you try to tell him, he won't believe you. But the reason why you want to keep it a secret because might be some people out there who might try to abuse his ability. I don't see the logic there, but like I said before, it's a palate cleanser. I'm along for the ride. This is when I realized that this is a Sasuke and Naruto. I swear that's when I realized like, oh, okay, yeah, got it. And this is when I realized, chat, that this guy is not going to be aura farming. He's like aura farming and like diluted aura. Yeah, because he's smiling too much. I'm not used to that. I'm used to aura farming. That's what I'm used to. Like with that character, they can't decide if they want to aura farm or just maybe he's grown. He's too grown for what Sasuke did. That's probably what the case is. Sasuke was all doom and gloom, but this dude is just way too grown to be living life like that. Live a short life when all you think about is just like, how can I aura farm more? And I know you're saying, well, Vegeta is living a pretty long life, and he aura farms every day. Every second he gets. Like, true, you're right. Also, this scene. This scene was like out of pocket. Chat. This is one of the scenes where I said, okay, a bunch of freaks. So after he made the house, after he made the mansion, she calls it her and his love nest, and I'm like, all right then. This photo right here is very interesting, right? Remember I told you he built the entire mansion in 3 days? Like he also laid the groundwork of the pipes and all the metal and like the concrete and chat, how fast do you have to move? Like if you had all the resources to build a mansion, like just right, like within arm's reach or a few steps of walking distance, how fast would one person have to move to build an entire house from the foundation, from digging the hole and eating a pizza? I'm assuming people who build houses eat pizza. I'm pretty sure that's a thing. Do all that within 3 days. And if you say Flash, God help you, I swear to gosh. The Flash. Oh yeah, there's another scene where she's being a little bit of a freak, and even one of the other characters like called her out on it. But she said some outlandish stuff too. Chat. She said, I was like you ladies are weird. You ladies are out of pocket. It was this scene right here where she was like, because the main character he said he was asking them if they want coffee or tea because he wanted to get dinner prepared for them, or breakfast. Yeah, want to get breakfast prepared for him. And she was like, I really want him as my wife right now. I'm like, someone needs to call the FBI on these ladies. Chat. Someone needs to call the FBI on these ladies. And I know you're saying, Candy, I thought you didn't have a problem with any of that kind of stuff. I thought you didn't have a problem with any fan service or anything like that. I'm like, first off, I'm just playing around because I'm excited. I'm in a good mood. I really don't care. I'm just memeing. All right, come on. Not everything's an argument. I would have made a joke about that one anime from what anime was it? Full Metal Alchemist, the dude that turned his daughter and dog into like one monster. I was going to make a joke by saying he did nothing wrong, but I couldn't remember his name, so I'm not going to make that joke. Yeah, we're better than that, chat. Only because I couldn't remember his name. Anyway, like I said before, chat, come on, are you going to aura farm or are you just going to smile all day? Which one is it? Like I said before, this is a palate cleanser. If you want something that it's no Konosuba, right? It's not an isekai anyway. It's no Konosuba, it's no solo leveling. But if you want something just to, cleanse your palate, watch this one. Watch them. It's got a few episodes out. I think a few in dub. I watched in sub personally, but whatever. On with the rest of the show.